What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Jan from Bitter Season from Prague, Czech Republic. How's it going, Jan?
It's going great. I'm saying hi from the studio. We're just working on some new Bitter Season music right now, so we're taking a break for some time, and I'm talking to you, and I'm stoked to do it. So hell yeah!
Hell yeah, dude. Let's jump right into it. So, when and how did you guys form?
Wow, dude, we formed wow as a band, as like a real band. I would say just about 2 years ago, but we've been writing some songs together with my friend Mario, the other vocalist, whatever, for a couple of years before that. Like he'd been kind of nagging me and like bugging me about it, like, hey, let's start like a pop punk band or like an emo band or something for years when I was still very active in my old band Skywalker. And I was always like, I just don't have the time for it, man. I'm so sorry. But then when COVID happened, I just had so much free time. I just showed him this one riff one day, and we'd been like jamming Blink and stuff for ages together. We'd always been great friends, so we just started from there. And then I think it was the summer of 2023, I believe, when we kind of put together like a whole band and started practicing and like really recording songs. And yeah, so about 2 years ago.
That's so dope, dude. I tell people this all the time that COVID was like a blessing in disguise for so many bands.
In some ways, yeah. Like I hated it, but if it hadn't been for COVID, like we never would have formed this band. So I'm definitely grateful for that part,
Everything happens for a reason.
for sure.
So, you guys just released Can't Get Over You. How's the response been?
It's been nice. It's been great. It's been cool, man. It's one of those songs that we've actually been playing it for about a year live. And the funny thing was that the response to the song was usually like some of the best like throughout the show, even though the song was not released at the time. So um, I think some of the kids who kind of keep coming back to our shows already knew it. They were kind of familiar with it, but yeah, the response has been really nice, and it's also like one of those songs where I genuinely don't really care what people think about it because I just love it so much that I'm just having a blast like listening back to it and playing it live. But yeah, it's been really nice
This is how it should be, man. Like you should just like make your own music and not care what other people think.
for sure, 100%. Especially with pop punk, dude. Like pop punk in Europe, like either you really really love it or you're just gonna go crazy because like it's not a very popular genre in Europe. So yeah, we're really just enjoying it for ourselves.
That's so sick. So who do you guys record it with and how was the process?
So it's actually very easygoing because we're working with my brother Damien. He used to play drums in Skywalker, and he also used to be the kind of chief engineer, producer, whatever for Skywalker. And he's been working with, I would say, most of the good punk rock and hardcore bands in our country. So he's a relatively big name in the scene. So we never even considered anybody else. So like when we had the demos, I just went to my brother and said, dude, like let's jump on some pop up songs and just so yeah, we've just been closely cooperating with him.
That's so dope that you worked with your brother, and it's nice because it's like he knows exactly what you guys are looking for.
Yeah, 100%. And he's also like, he's such a huge Blink fan. Obviously, like he's literally on the same wave. So he's like pretty much like the fifth member of the band. Anyways, he even played drums on those like first songs we released like 2 years ago or so. He even played drums because we recorded those before we had like a stable drummer, and he was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it." So it's like the easiest thing to do, literally.
Right on, dude. So what would you say is your favorite and least favorite thing about the writing and recording process?
Wow. It's funny. It's funny how you phrased it because like my favorite part is writing the songs, and my least favorite part is recording the songs. Like I've never ever in my life actually enjoyed recording music like in the studio. Like I like demoing and I like throwing ideas around, and especially with Better Season, like from the very start, like it was basically just jamming songs, right? Like me and Mario would literally just sit down, grab our guitars and just like bounce ideas around and literally just jam. And then when it sounded cool, we would literally just make like a like a voice note on the phone or something, and then maybe record something on his computer or my computer or something like that. But then like once we hit the studio, like I love how you can listen back to the different layers and have this feeling of like building the different parts of the songs, as if like you were building a house or something. I like that part of the process, but like the recording and re-recording of every single part is just not fun. And for me, like thank God I'm the bassist because I really do not enjoy recording guitars. It's just it's very intricate, it's very complex, and there's just something about it that I just like genuinely hate. So I'll sometimes just like walk out and just do something else because I just can't deal with it. But uh, that's just me being the bassist, I don't know. But yeah, but the writing and like lyrics and then like creating the harmonies, like the different layers of vocals and stuff, that's very enjoyable for me. I really love that, especially with pop punk because it's all about the melody, isn't it? So like it's a very enjoyable part of the process for me.
You can imagine that being a real like pain in the ass, and I think I would just throw up my hands and be like, "Screw this! Like I'm done," and just like walk out.
Like I don't like I wouldn't like walk out in like a bad way. But I'll just like not put myself in the situations like when the guys are going to the studio to work on guitars. I'm like, yeah, I'll come later. I'll let you do your thing. I'm just not guitars is just like not my thing at all.
I feel you on that one, my man. So you're from Prague, Czech Republic.
That's correct.
How's the pop punk scene there? Do you have a favorite venue, favorite local band?
So like there's not really like a pop punk scene. I would say like pop punk is adjacent to like different things. There's definitely like more like an old school kind of like skate punk rock thing going on, which is kind of cool. We got some good bands. There's this band Krang. I'm sure you're aware of them. I think they're touring Canada right now. Like they're somehow they're able to like tour the US and Canada on like a pretty regular basis, which is super cool for a Czech band. They're pretty cool, but they're more like a skate punk band, I would say. Who cares? Same thing. Then we got this band Rabies, which is kind of in the similar vein, a little more like pop punky, I would say. Really cool band as well. We got a bunch of like kind of emo-esque bands. There's this band called YI, just two letters, YI, which is super cool. It's like an emo band, like very title fighty. But then like the rest is like mostly hardcore, which is super cool. Like I'm a big hardcore kid for sure. So when it comes to like my favorite venues, whatever, it's probably this place called Eternia in Prague. It's like this hardcore slash punk rock venue. It's got this it's like an attic room with like wooden like floorboards and stuff. It's really cool. Like looks great in the pictures. It's like a super cool DIY, like proper old school hardcore venue. So yeah, it's really nice. And we got some cool hardcore bands like straight edge bands, stuff like that. That's really cool. But like when it comes to pop punk per se, it's like it's us and then a couple more bands, but it's not like a scene. We're just more like this little thing on the side, I would say. But that's fine. That's fine.
It's really dope. So who would you say your biggest influences are?
Well, Blink. That's like 90% of it. I'd say it's like Blink is definitely because like when you say Blink, it's not one sound. You got all the different eras of the band. You've got like the Dude Ranch, very like emotionally driven, but still very like skate punk sounding fast stuff. Which is really cool. I think it's very popular nowadays. Like when I think of bands like No Pressure or Kaya or these bands, I think that they're very much into like the Dude Ranch sort of sound. So it's super cool. But then you got Anima, you got Takeoff, these like the big like anthems of pop punk, obviously, and then the later stuff, Boxcar Racer, whatever. So like overall, Blink is the biggest thing. It's like a universe of itself. But then Newfound Glory, the story so far, obviously, that's like a huge one. It's super special to us because like we're all like millennials, we're in our 30s or whatever. And it's so like I guess when you're like a 90s or like a Y2K kid, like most of your favorite and most influential bands are gonna be like the what is it, Gen X bands, whatever, like like Blink, Limp Bizkit, whatever, Deftones. But then for some reason, the story so far is like I adore them almost as much as Blink, but they're like I think they're even younger than me. So it's like this surreal situation where I really look up to these like well, they're not kids anymore, but they were when I first started listening to them, and that makes them super special to me because it's just like pure like talent, right? And it just they're just super special. So I think they're definitely a major influence on us. But the starting line, fucking, I would say the whole like late '90s, early 2000s generation, Phoenix DX, obviously, all these bands. But then, like for me personally, I take a lot of inspiration from hardcore. Obviously, in like in Bitter Season, like you don't we don't write like hardcore riffs. It's like different. It's like a different melodic and like harmonic sort of style. But when it comes to like the composition of the songs and the rhythms and stuff, I definitely like to take inspiration from like I don't know, fucking Inside Out or like Trapped Under Ice, like old Stern style, whatever. Like the rhythmic parts and stuff. Yeah, for me, like hardcore is definitely like a huge thing. But then obviously also like No Effects, Pennywise, like the straight up just skate punk. Um, it's just like the world of punk rock is really the inspiration for this band, I would say.
That's absolutely incredible. Like all those bands are super sick. So here's the
They
million
are
dollar
literally all
question
of them.
for you. If you could tour with one of them, who would it be?
Well, obviously Blink. Obviously Blink. Like, or if not Blink, then Story So Far, and then well, NoFX don't don't tour anymore, so not NoFX. But I would say any of them, but obviously the biggest thing in the world is Blink. It's just like some people find it even annoying how much I talk about them. But for me, it's just for us, for all of us, it's just like the greatest thing in our lives. So yeah, for sure, Blink, no doubt.
Blink would be absolutely incredible. And you know what they say is haters are gonna hate, so stay away from those people. Stay away from negativity.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions as a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I did this with the other bands. Are you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right. First one. Favorite subject in school?
Oh wow, English, easy. English. I'm not a native speaker, obviously, but English was definitely my favorite subject simply because I wanted to understand of those like Linkin Park songs and fucking Limp Bizkit, whatever I was listening to when I was like 10. So like when I was like 9, 10, I couldn't speak a word, not a word of English, but I couldn't speak it. And I was very motivated to like understand the lyrics and also like I'm a big video game fan. So I always wanted to understand like what these damn characters are telling me. Like what does this guy want? I was like playing Grand Theft Auto or something. Like what is he saying? What does he want? So I was very motivated from like a very early age to go right into it. So yeah, it was pretty natural. I never really picked up like any other language too much, but English was just like I need that in my life. Otherwise, I'm just like out of what I love. So easy.
It's funny that you said the grammar aspect of it because that was my least favorite. I was into like learning about the writers like John Steinbeck and Ernest Hemingway, and I love
Oh,
doing like acting
they're
in
awesome
class and Shakespeare.
for sure.
So that's really funny that you said grammar.
Dude, it works differently though, because like you studied English as your first language, right? But for us, it's like you first gotta grasp the grammar because like it's like the bricks you need to even like start building something. You literally don't know anything. You don't know how to put together a fucking sentence, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's how it works. But I'm a grammar nerd. I teach English too, so like I actually enjoy just like nerding about English grammar. There's just something really like very logical about it that I really enjoy. So yeah, but like Steinbeck is a badass writer. And I definitely did enjoy studying English and American literature later on in my life. So I'm with you on that too, for sure.
That's so sick. So if you had the opportunity either to go to the future or the past, which one?
Past, no doubt. No doubt. Like there are so many different periods, like historical eras or just decades in like the 20th century that I'd love to visit. The easiest thing to think about is the 90s, obviously. It's like we're talking about pop punk, so obviously the late 90s, like 97 to 99 or whatever, I would give anything to just go back there and just like hang out at Warp Tour or something, check out like every single band being sick. That would be amazing. But I'd love to visit like the 60s. I'm into that shit as well, like big time, or the 30s because it's just so stylish. I'd also love to check out like European medieval, Middle Ages, whatever, because I'm from Prague. This is a proper medieval city, and I would love to see it like what it used to be. It probably stunk crazy. I'm sure like the smells must have been horrible, but it would be really cool where I come to see where I come from originally. So the past, 100%, 100%.
I'm with you. I think all that would be absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So if you had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, which one?
Oh man, especially at this time. At this time, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna come across as cliche for some people, but I think I would probably split it between Palestine and Ukraine. And I'm sure a lot of people say, "Oh, because you're European, you're just like so ignorant. Like there are so many other conflicts." Like I know, but for me as a Czech person, Ukraine is obviously it's like the number one topic. My country has a lot of experience with, let's say, Russian imperialism. Like it's no joke. I know a lot of people in your country probably just kind of miss that point. Like a lot of people think like, oh, imperialism, it's all about America. I'm like, yeah, it definitely is. But there's also such a thing as like Eastern Russian, whatever imperialism. Like my country knows a lot about it, and I hate, seeing what's happening to Ukraine. So I definitely want to support those people. And then Palestine, 100%. Like I don't even want to explain it because I think it's just so self-explanatory. But I'm a father now, and like my heart breaks over seeing especially these kids suffer like so much that I don't think I could even like explain it with words without getting too emotional about it. So I'm just gonna say this for sure.
Moving on, dude. All right, last question. What are some places in Prague that visitors should check out?
So like it depends on whether you're like a normie visitor or like a punk rocker visitor. If you're more of a, I'm going to talk to you as a fellow punk rocker. You definitely want to make sure you check out this Eternia venue. It's a really cool place, and they've got a lot of like punk rock and hardcore shows going on. You probably want to check out this other venue called 007. It's a legendary place for like punk music in general. Um, Even though now, like in the last few years, it's been kind of overshadowed by Eternia as well, but whatever, it's really cool. But then you also definitely just want to, you know what you want to do? You go to the city center and you want to take a stroll along the river and just, as I said before, it's a proper medieval city. So we got two castles, not one, but two castles. You can see from the river, like you look to the one side, you've got the Prague Castle, which is the biggest fucking castle complex in the world, which is crazy considering it's just Prague. And then there's another castle on the other side on a hill. It's beautiful, and you can see one from the other. And everything worthwhile is like in the middle. So you can just literally just walk around, look at random places, and everything is cool. So like if anybody just comes like for the first time and they don't know what to do, just like take the metro train to the city center and just walk along the river. You're gonna have the best fucking time because it's just so awesome. It's beautiful.
Castles. So when I go back there, dude, let's hit them up.
For sure. For sure, dude. Like the castles are just like they're incredible. And they're so fucking old as well, right? It's so cool. You can touch the stone that somebody placed there fucking 700 years ago or something. Like how crazy is that, right?
I'm getting goosebumps just like thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool, man. I'm not a patriot in terms of my country, but a big Prague patriot. So like yeah, I can tell you take you on a little private tour around my town.
Please do.
All
Well,
right.
I really appreciate you, dude, coming on and chatting, and the support
Good to
means the
you.
world to me.
Dude, likewise. Love you. Thank you so much. Great talking to you. By the way, is that a Finch t-shirt you're wearing?
It is
That is so dope. That's so fucking dope.
one of my
That's
biggest
amazing.
influences of all time, and they deserve
Yeah,
so much more love.
dude, and I'm such an idiot because I didn't mention them when you were talking about when you were asking me about the biggest influences for Bitter Season. Like at the very start, Finch were definitely up there with all the greats. Like the first album, perfect. And
Hell
homegrown.
yeah.
Fucking these two bands. Just like totally, I would say for most kids or for most people, just like forgotten, but they're just so special about them. So I just wanted to mention that because that's a cool t-shirt right there.
What it is to burn and letters to you. Ah, chef's
Oh
kiss.
my God. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
So
dude.
for
Good stuff. Great talking to you.
likewise, my friend. So for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
Spotify, easiest thing. Spotify, Apple Music. I think it's all on YouTube as well. Should be. We also put it on Bandcamp. Like I know some people like in the punk community are not too stoked about Spotify, which I understand. So Bandcamp is definitely a place to go. You can just buy the songs directly from us. You send your money to PayPal, which is registered to my old UK number, which doesn't work anymore. So I'll never get the money, but I don't really care. You can just get it there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the usual places, I would say.
Do what the man says. Go to the websites, buy a CD, buy vinyl, buy a t-shirt, support local music. Jan, you guys are absolutely crushing it. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to me. Really appreciate it. Really do.
Of course, my friend, have a great day and we'll chat soon.
Same. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.